Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Tiffany, and welcome to the Tiffany Club, where we are rediscovering some of the greatest classic films throughout history. Today we are kicking off our Wild Wild Westerns in August by watching an exciting classic film, The Magnificent Seven. Now, before we get started, I would like to shout out my Golden Oscar patrons. Thank you all so much for becoming a VIP member of the Tiffany Club and supporting the channel. If you want to get your hands on the full monthly schedule, have early access to our videos, and have access to our Movies with Mia live streams, then I highly suggest that you check out that Patreon link in the description box below. If you're not quite interested in becoming a VIP member, however you still want to support the channel, YouTube has recently approved us for a new feature called Super Thanks. Super Thanks is a great new way for viewers and subscribers to support and to donate to their favorite YouTube channels. Giving a super thanks is super easy. All you do is click on the heart icon titled Thanks, which is located right above the subscribe button. Choose the amount you would like to donate for a one-time donation. Add your debit, credit, or PayPal information, and then hit buy. See? Super easy. So if that is something that you're interested in, then I highly encourage you to give a super thanks. And thanks, it is greatly appreciated. So The Magnificent Seven was released in 1960, directed by John Sturges, with performances by, I'm gonna have to read these, okay, because I have a lot. Yul Brynner, Eli Wallach, Steve McQueen, Horst Buchholz, Charles Bronson, Robert Vaughn, Brad Dexter, and James Coburn. All right, on to a quick synopsis of the film. So it says 7 gunfighters are hired by Mexican villagers to free their village from bandits. That sounds like a pretty standard Western, but nonetheless, I am very excited to watch this. So at this point, we are going to get into some historical background. For those of you who want to jump right onto the film reaction, go for it. But for those of you who want to stay, we're going to get right into it. So The Magnificent Seven was based on the 1954 art house masterpiece called Seven Samurai, which was co-written and directed by Akira Kurosawa. Now, there were some complications in the pre-production of this film. So according to the AFI catalog, Yul Brynner had originally had the idea to reconstruct Kurosawa's art house masterpiece into an American Western. Now, his independent production company, Alciona Productions, acquired the rights to Seven Samurai and announced that Brynner would be the director and Anthony Quinn would be the film's lead. This is where it gets a little hairy. So Brynner would eventually sell the rights to Seven Samurai to the Mirisch Company. And once the Mirisch Company acquired Seven Samurai's film rights, they bumped off Anthony Quinn from the project and made Yul Brynner the film's lead. Rightfully so, Anthony Quinn was very angry by this decision because he had already been collaborating with Brynner on some of the ideas for the project, and he had already put down some money for the project. So he was rightfully frustrated about this decision. So because of that, he decided to sue Yul Brynner for film credits and damages. Unfortunately, Anthony Quinn did not win that suit. Further complications happened when the Mirisch Company hired on Walter Newman to complete the screenplay for the film. Now, Newman had fully written the script, but the project was to be filmed on location in Mexico, which means that the script had to be passed through Mexican censorships. And unfortunately, Newman could not make it down to Mexico to doctor his script. So the Mirisch Company hired on William Roberts to doctor the script in order to fit the Mexican censorships. Because of this, William Roberts actually ended up getting the on-screen credit for the screenplay, which infuriated Walter Newman, and rightfully so, because it was his original work that actually made it into the final cut of the film, or at least most of his work. Now, I don't know if there was a lawsuit that came out of this complication. I didn't read further into that, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was, because again, you know, I feel like Newman kind of got ripped off a little bit by the Mirisch Company. But despite all of this controversy, The Magnificent Seven was released, and the critics weren't altogether happy with the final product. They really thought that it was a lengthy Americanized version that paled in comparison to Seven Samurai. Okay, on to some interesting facts. So Yul Brynner and Steve McQueen actually had an off-screen feud during the production of this film. Because Brynner had acquired the rights to Seven Samurai and really made the money moves for the film, he felt that he was the one who should be the star of the show. It was said that when actors were acting against Brynner, they really were to give him more of the spotlight. But McQueen did not want that. So he tried to take a lot of the attention off of Brynner during their scenes together, and Brynner noticed this, so he tried to take the attention back, and it really was like a push and pull between them, which kind of created a little bit of a chaotic feud. Now, a lot of the actors started to notice this feud, and they also kind of wanted attention on them too. So they would add little stunts here and there, little additional stunts to really impress the audience. So this kind of became like a chaotic competition between the actors on set. And some of the additional stunts that other actors had added on actually made it into the final cut of the movie, which I thought was kind of funny. Okay, so apart from that chaos, John Sturges actually recruited real bandits to play Eli Wallach's character's henchmen in the film. Now, these bandits grew rather fond of Eli Wallach. They would ride with him in the early hours before call time. They would teach him how to mount his horse, how to ride his horse, how to hold his gun, how to be a real bandit. And they also acted as bodyguards for Wallach and his wife while they were on set, which I thought was kind of wholesome. Another interesting fact, so Akira Kurosawa would later reveal that Seven Samurai was actually inspired by some of the American westerns that he would watch, which I thought was kind of funny for the situation. And he was so impressed with the film, unlike some of the critics, that he actually sent a ceremonial sword as a gift to John Sturges. And then finally, this film was actually remade in 2016 with some really big ticket actors, such as Chris Pratt, Denzel Washington, and Ethan Hawke. With that being said, I am so excited to watch this film. But before we do, y'all already know the deal. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. All right, everyone, it is time to grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and let's get into the Magnificent Seven. I've definitely heard this song before. Like, it sounds very familiar. Also, I'm so excited that they shot on location in Mexico, because Mexico has some of the most beautiful landscapes that I have ever seen. So I'm so excited to see what they captured and how they utilized their landscape. Oh my god, I already love the score. And look at the mountain range in the back. Oh my god, it's so beautiful.
I can't tell you what a pleasure it is to see a village like this. Santos! So much restlessness and change in the outside world. People no longer content with their station in life.
Eli Wallach has that same villain confidence that Christoph Waltz had in Inglourious Basterds in that beginning scene. I think I don't know, it just reminds me of that.
What if you had to carry my load, huh? The need to provide food like a good father to fill the mouths of his hungry men. You know how much money that costs? Huh? Huh?
One thing that I like about watching like films with like the same actor but obviously like different roles is to see their versatility. And Eli Wallach has really strong versatility. Like, he's a very strong actor.
Murderer! Death! Stupid.
Typical bandits causing trouble from village to village.
You must fight. Buy guns.
Even if we had the guns, we know how to plant and grow. We don't know how to kill.
Then learn or die.
He's like, you gotta learn, you gotta fight for what's yours, man, or else die. The fact that this is on location, this is not in studio, really does add to that realistic feel, like we're really in this Western, in this story. And that's what's just bringing me joy. I just love on location films.
Yeah, I'm sorry, friend, but there'll be no funeral. There's an element in town that objects. I never knew you had to be anything but a corpse to get into Boot Hill.
That's all that's holding things up. I'll drive the rig.
Oh my god, his presence is so like, you can just feel like he has this very like leading man aura to him, just in the way that he walks onto the camera. Wow. It really is apparent.
Can I borrow that scattergun?
No. You're more than welcome.
Have they used the... Why is this score so familiar? I feel like maybe it's just one of those, you know how like Star Wars you immediately know by the score, or like Jaws. Maybe it's one of those, but I feel like I've heard it somewhere. I don't know.
Listen to this. Hearse cost me $840 in Denver. It's the only one in the county. I'll be darned if I'm going to turn it over to strangers to be shot at.
I'll pay for the damages. I want to see this.
Me too.
Oh my god, I absolutely love the swag. Yulebrenner's swag is so like, oh, I love it so much. They are the right ones for this job.
Anything wrong?
Turn that rig around and get it down the hill.
Ooh, got him. He's so quickie. Oh, I love it.
I need 6 men up here.
I love the playfulness of this score. It's like playful, but it's like intense. It's a nice balance. Woo! They're like, oh, he's the right one to keep our village safe. I don't know, there's something about it that feels a little bit more modern, because sometimes you'll have, in some of the earlier classic films, you'll have the camera more stationary. And now with the introduction of new technology and what I'm assuming is a little bit lighter cameras, you have more ability to, you know, move the camera and move with the subject. It just gives it more of a modern feel, which I really appreciate in this film.
There's this man, Calvera.
He and his men, they steal our food.
If you need protection, why don't you go to the rurales?
We did.
And when they left, he came again, Calvera. And he will do so until he is stopped.
The energy that Yul Brynner has, at least in this film, this is the first film I've ever seen Brynner in, the energy that he's giving off is like reminiscent of like Liam Neeson in Taken, or like Denzel Washington in literally anything he's in. Like, it's just that like leading man, very like swaggy. I don't know, but I love it.
I don't understand what it means when you start something like this.
We will fight too. Every one of us.
When Calvera comes, the church bell will ring the alarm.
Gotta fight for what's yours. I love the determination of these three farmers.
I'll just pass the word around that you're looking for men.
It won't be hard to find men here. Everyone wears a gun.
Sure, same as they wear pants. But good men, that's something else again.
One thing that I think is unique to this genre is there is a sort of wittiness to the dialogue, but it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not really like a screwball wittiness. It's like a rugged, more rustic type. Yeah, I really like that wittiness in this dialogue.
Come in.
I like when he does that stance. He does that stance whenever someone comes into his door. He like adjusts himself and then like stands and he's like, come in. Like very, I don't know why. I am literally fangirling over Yul Brynner. First movie I've ever seen of him. Already in love with him. Oh my God.
The word is out you're looking for men. Try me.
I aim to. Hold your hands like that. A clap.
Oh, the gun's already out. Not fast enough, sir. He's all nervous.
It's good to see you again. Chris, what are you doing in this dump?
I heard you've got a contract open. What's underneath? Gold? Cattle?
Please don't understand me so fast.
Dirty dog?
And just like that, there's another man recruited.
Howdy. I did hear of a job below the border shooting some flies away from a village, but I can't find out what it pays.
$20.
How many you got?
There's a lot of non-verbals in this film that I feel like adds to the rugged wittiness that I was talking about earlier. I like that they decided to use more of the non-verbals, like the hand gestures and like the eye contact. And I think that's more of like what the actors brought to it, but I really like that.
How big's the opposition?
30 guns. Harry tells me you faced bigger odds in the Travis County War.
Well, they paid me $600 for that one.
The offer is $20. Where can I reach you?
Right here.
Oh my god, I love this so much. They're recruiting all these men from like these different walks of life, and they're coming together to fight a common enemy, you know? I just think this is so cool. I think that this is so cool. I'm having so much fun.
Red, wake up. Colleen told me what you said, and I say you're wrong. What do you say?
Oh, is he not much of a talker?
Call it.
Are we? Is this a duel? Oh my god, please let it be a duel. Oh, he's a knife. He's a knife throwing dude. A knife slinger. I love that he doesn't talk either. That is so cool.
Colleen, how about it?
I don't know. It's mighty close, wasn't it, boys?
Close? What do you mean close? Y'all got eyes. You saw what happened. I won.
No, he definitely won that one, brother. His knife was already in the post before the gun even hit the cup. I was watching, okay? He definitely won. Oh, he doesn't like that. He's gonna challenge him again. Watch. I just feel it.
Get up. Get up, I said. So help me, I'll let you have it right where you are.
I would not play with this guy. He's a freaking knife slinger. He's like, okay, all right, but you asked for it. Oh, he's gonna die. Over some foolishness too.
Call it.
Oh, before he even took out his gun. Yeah, he definitely won, 100%. Oh man, poor guy. It's always the quiet ones you gotta watch out for. But I'm like, wait, can I have my knife back?
Fred? Chris? Have a word with you.
I think it's definitely a skill to be able to not only wield a knife, but to wield a knife and sling it faster than a gun. That is skill, okay?
I've been looking for you. And let's see how fast you are. And no games, huh? No dropping hands, none of that stuff. Come on. Come on, Ma!
I can just tell just in this dialogue that he is being introduced to, like, this is like his debut, and you can just tell in this scene because it's a very dramatic, you know, acting scene, but I think he's actually doing a pretty decent job. Like, he can act. The man can act for sure. Man, he is on edge.
You don't think I mean it, huh? You think I'm just talking, huh?
I love how absolutely no hesitant, like, not afraid, none of that, like, you know how a gun goes off and you, like, shriek? None of that. Just stone cold.
Hey, give me my gun, huh?
Wow. That was so much drama. Poor guy. Like he needs to prove himself or something.
Sorry this happened, friend. When he wakes up, let him have his gun back. Give him a drink.
I changed my mind.
Ooh, we have the knife slinger too. Woo-hoo. We need 3 more or 2 more because they said 6 men.
There's a man waiting in your room.
How much does the job pay?
20. We leave tomorrow.
It'll just take care of my last 2 days' rent.
$20. You must be living in style.
I can kind of see little moments of like the feud between Brenner and McQueen, just because there's scenes where it seems as though McQueen's character is supposed to be quiet, just standing there, you know, just kind of letting Brenner take the lead, but he doesn't. He says little things that I feel like they're not scripted. So I feel like you can kind of see a little bit of that. It flows pretty well. So it doesn't take away from the film at all. Look at, they're just riding up in a freaking unit. Oh, I love it. I love that he's kind of following them. This score, there's so much going on with this score. It feels so epic, like in its entirety, but there's moments where it's playful, more moments where it's more tender. Like there's so many different aspects to it. And it's so fitting for the movie. It just adds intensity. I love how dimensional the music is. He's like, come on, man. I love it. And he's like, you come with me. Oh, that was nice. I love that he followed them out there and they kind of like let him come into the group. That was really cute.
Where are they, Tomas? Luis! Asuncion! Come out and make them welcome before we die of shame!
You proved to us that you're worth fighting for. Now get back to your houses, back to work. Go on.
I kind of love, as erratic as he is, he's also very like motivated and determined, and I really appreciate that. I didn't catch his name. He, like, wielded a flute. That's so cute. I always love seeing like little children in these films because I always think to myself, these children are now maybe in their like, this is 60, so in their like their 60s or 70s right now. I just think that, and I'm like, that is so crazy. They're coming.
Red.
I like him.
Boys saw 3 of Caldera's men. Get one alive.
If I were ever in one of these like westerns, I would want to be that knife slinger's character. That is so cool. Like the fact that he's like so skilled with like throwing knives, I just find that so fascinating. And the fact that he can hold his own in a gunfight, like that is so sick. Oh my god. I would love to play a role like that. That's so cool. Oh no. Oh my god, right there. Oh my god, and he's good with a gun too? That was fantastic. Wow!
Whatever they land will be buried with them. So we have time to get ready.
Here, to the target. If Calvera does not come now, after all of this, what a waste.
No, I don't think that's a waste. Regardless if Calvera comes or not, they still have acquired these skills that if any other threat comes along, they now know how to defend their land. So I don't think it was in vain. Sorry, that I'm like replying to the actor. He doesn't even hear me.
Where are the others? Huh? I'll never tell you.
They must be hiding. Okay, or just take her, poor thing. So the women and children must be hiding from Calvera and his men, just in case they come back and try to like take him, you know? Ah.
Look what I found.
You hid them.
Sure they hid them.
No, as long as you were out there. Why didn't you bring them all in?
Let Calvera find them. He'll take good care of them.
Ew, why is he being so mean? What did they do? Poor thing. She's like, right. Oh my god, that looks so uncomfortable. To ride like that on a horse. I kind of love how these men are not only like protecting this village, but they're also teaching the villagers how to defend themselves in case of any future danger, instead of just kind of like being there, fighting, and then leaving.
Buenas tardes.
Howdy.
Well, we come to move you into the village.
Move into the village? You worry about yourself. Are you ready for him?
I do not blame him for wanting to stay on the outskirts of that town because, oh my goodness, look at his view. Like, first of all, the fact that his house is perched on, like, on a mountain, and it's just all this gorgeous mountain range, like, I wouldn't want to leave either. I'm like, you know what? If they come for me here, I'm happy. I don't want to go to the town where there's a bunch of people. Like, it is gorgeous. Wow. Oh my god, here they come. Yep, go inform them. Man, there are so many of those men. I would actually feel kind of nervous, because there's a lot of them.
How many of you did they hire?
Enough.
New wall.
There are lots of new walls. All around.
They won't keep me out.
They're built to keep you in.
Oh, that means you ain't leaving. You ain't leaving with your life. Ooh.
If I leave here with empty hands, everybody in this village will answer to me when I come back.
You won't come back. You won't have any guns. Take them off right now and drop them.
The absolute boldness of Chris, I live for. Oh, I love the fact that they're keeping that camera angle, that fast camera angle where we get to stay in the action. As Calvera is riding his horse and all of his men are with him, we're right there with him. I love it. Ooh, that was so cool. Let's go. This is so sick. They're like, we can fight now. Now what? Try us. Ooh, I love it. Don't play that victorious music yet. They're coming back. That was round 1. They're celebrating too early.
My knees were like jelly.
I would never have guessed it.
Well, he'll leave us alone from now on.
You think so?
Of course. He'll go away. There are other villages.
I think Calvera is going to come back for blood. I don't think he's going to leave him alone. Because now they gave him a reason to, like, hate them or have a reason to come back for vengeance, you know? No, he's coming back.
I drink to our friends. They armed us, fought at our sides, and will forever live in our hearts.
I told you! Y'all started celebrating too early! Thank God nobody got hurt. At least it was just a cup.
Chico, stay put.
Like, you are just too erratic, bro. Just sit down somewhere before you get yourself killed.
Kid, you might have been hurt.
So might you?
It's not the same thing. This is my work.
If you get killed, we take the rifle and avenge you. And we see to it that there's always fresh flowers in your grave.
Just in the little scene when he was giving the flute to the little girl, we got to see a little bit more into his character, that he has a soft spot for children. I like that they gave him those little scenes so that we as the audience can kind of connect with him a little bit more.
Guess right about now you kind of wish you'd given your crops to Calvera, huh?
Yes. No, when I remember the feeling in my chest this morning as I saw him run away from us. That's a feeling worth dying for.
I do like that this film, it does have a lot of action scenes, but there are some tender moments that we get throughout the film. As much as we love the action and the gunslinging and the fighting, we also like something that we can connect with. And so I like that there's a good balance of both of that in this film.
Does it hurt?
When you fell from heaven? I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm sorry I did it.
Go back home now.
At this time, that was kind of the general motive for a female character. Was always romance, was always love, was always marriage, getting the guy, whatever. But now it's changed so drastically. So it's kind of cool to look back and like just see how cinema evolves as society kind of evolves as well, you know? I just think it's so interesting.
They got them. They got them all.
He's out.
Do you think they'll try that again?
I doubt it. For all they know, we're still out there ready to jump them.
Calvera didn't go.
Do you think it would be that easy?
No, yeah, I was like, it was too easy. I can't wait for this final battle. Ooh, I'm so excited.
Now you better replace the guards. They must be tired.
If you were Calvera,
Yes?
you'd go away, wouldn't you? If you paid the price we make him pay.
Yes, I would, only...
Only what?
Only I'm not Calvera.
I feel like there's a lot of detail that really, again, adds to the realism of the film or the consistency of the story. Just little things like the cups that they're using. I know that that's so random, but usually they have like just the random tin cups. But the fact that they've put so much detail into the artistry of the cups or the lighting fixtures or the chairs, those little things, it really does enhance the film's consistency.
They'll make up a song about you and this hat.
You think it's worth it?
How can you talk like this?
Meals you eat in hash houses, 1,000. Home, none. Wife, none. Kids, none.
Well, you have this life, but you're giving up so much, you know, to live this life. And as you get older, as you've lived in this way of life, you start to want different things. And I think that that's kind of a lesson that we as the audience can kind of grab from.
Why don't you ask Calvera what he has in mind for tonight?
Yes, do that.
Armando in the plaza.
That's 4.
Fortuno by the water ditch.
Rico in the fields where they slashed him to pieces.
Go on.
Oh, they have an insider. Ooh! Oh, I like that he's kind of on the inside. That's so sick.
There's still plenty of us here to make them pay.
How come Calvera keeps hanging around here?
Calvera. We've seen the end of him. He'll be gone in the morning.
No, he will not.
Ooh. Chico is... Ooh, I like Chico.
You want to see us killed off one by one?
Once you start, there's no stopping. You understood that, and I told him.
I don't care. It is easy for them to say fight. They have no sons, no daughters, no wives.
Oh, I understand that side too. They don't want to lose what they already have. The food is less important than the family. I understand that. But at the same time, how are you expected to rid yourself of danger or to protect yourself if you're not willing to fight for it, you know? I get both sides of the coin.
Who's for going on and who is for giving up?
Don't be fools. You'll turn our village into a graveyard.
I can kill the first man who so much as whispers a word about giving up. So help me, I'll blow his head off.
Like, we are not standing down. We've come this far. We are going to get rid of Calvera and his men for good. Because then you can enjoy your land, your family, and your food without having any sort of people trying to come in and take it from you. It's a risk that I would be willing to fight for.
You want to go?
Well, there comes a time to turn Mother's picture to the wall and get out. The village will be no worse off than it was before we came.
You forget one thing. We took a contract.
Another thing that I just noticed, I know it's really late into this film, but one of the tropes that I've read about, how the white hat is always the good guy, the black hat is always the bad guy, but in this film they have Yul Brynner. He's like the good guy, but he's wearing the black hat. I don't know if that's a stretch, but that's just something that I noticed.
Am I the kind of man who would live in a place like this? Wherever they go, I go with them. And if you think you or anything you do could make me change my mind, forget it.
But your eyes tell a different story, sir.
I want you to understand that.
He can go mess around and he's going to stay in that village for her.
We're going to hit Calvera. Maybe drive off some of his horses.
I'll go with you. I know every rock.
No, you stay. You're in charge here.
They've gone.
Why? Unless they were trying to lure the 7 men out. No, because he just said they would have heard shots.
Buenas noches.
Oh, they did lure the 7 men out. Dang.
You force them to make too many decisions. With me, only one decision. Do what I say. Sotero, he arranged to let me come in. Comprende?
Calvera literally has these villagers in the palm of his hand.
A thief who steals from a thief is pardoned for 100 years. I pardon you. What happens to these people will happen to them whether I kill you first or not.
The villagers are so afraid of Calvera that they will literally drive out the 7 men that taught them how to defend themselves. This is madness.
What I don't understand is why a man like you took the job in the first place. Why, huh?
I wonder myself.
Chico is so relentless. He's like, I'm not gonna do it. Gotta know when to stand down, Chico.
You know, the first time I took a job as a hired gun, a fellow told me, Vin, you can't afford to care. You got involved in this village and the people in it. The reason I understand your problem so well is that I walk in the same trap myself.
All these men have started to really fall in love with this village and the people and that live there, and they want to protect it, you know, because each one of them, it almost feels like they all want to kind of settle down and put away their guns and, you know, live out the rest of their life in peace. So I kind of like that, again, we get that in the more tender moments of this film.
Adios!
Nobody throws me my own guns and says run. Nobody.
I like that when he talks, he has a nice deep voice and he's a tall guy. I know that's totally random, but I kind of love that.
I'll ride back to that village.
You're crazy, all of you.
Ride on, Harry. It's all right.
Bet your sweet life I will.
Oh, come on, dude. Don't leave. He'll come back. They always do. I know he's going to. Someone's behind there. Someone's going to pop out. I knew it. Ooh, get him. I love that they came back. Oh my god. Just the boldness of all of these characters. The absolute just balls of these characters. I love it. I love how they took down the music in this scene. So we're just getting the gunshots. Sometimes a lack of music still brings intensity to a scene. I like the way they utilize that. Yes, they're fighting for yes. You fight for your land. Let's go. They shot Calvera. That's like the big boss. They shot him.
You came back for a place like this. Why?
You know how some actors are like they always play the villain, and even in their like just them being who they are in real life, you're still like, oh, they're so villain-like and But Eli Wallach, I love him. Like, even though he's playing this villain, I still absolutely love him, and I think he's just such a great actor. He got shot. No, he got shot. It's a flesh wound. It's just a flesh wound. It's just a flesh wound. You're good. It was no, I guess it wasn't. He's gonna die. He's gonna get shot. He's gonna. Oh no! No! Oh no! But I think those men died for a worthy cause. They didn't die in vain.
You could stay, you know. They wouldn't be sorry to have you stay.
Adios.
It's awesome. What a way to end it. I'm sad that they lost 4 men, but I mean, they still won. They still won the battle. He's gonna stay with her. Oh, I'm happy for her. Oh, and the boy said that they would put fresh flowers on Bernardo's grave every day. That is so sweet. They kept up their promise there. Oh man. That was a good film. That honestly, I really enjoyed that film a lot. What I liked most about it was the fact that it was like action-packed, and you got that, right? But then you also had these more tender, deeper moments where we really got to see a little bit more into each individual character and what they valued and what, you know, what they wished for, what they gave up for the lives that they are living, you know? So I really appreciated that about this script. The cinematography really has this blend of like classic film, but it also has this modern touch to it that feels like something that you would see in a more modern film. So I really appreciated that about the cinematography. Overall, I would give this film, I think I would give it an 8.5 out of 10, because it was a good film, but it also had, again, like those deeper moments where we could kind of connect a little bit more with the characters. So yeah, that was really fun. Thank you guys so much for watching it with me. All right, everyone, that does it for this video. As always, if you liked it as much as I did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. Okay, so in the next video, we are continuing our Wild Wild Westerns in August by watching another James Stewart movie. I'm so excited. We have not watched one on this channel for a while. We are going to be watching The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. I'm so excited to see James Stewart again in a film, and I'm also kind of excited to see John Wayne in a film. I've never seen him act. I've only kind of heard his name and seen his face, so that is going to be a new experience for me. As always, if you have not seen The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, then I highly suggest that you check it out either in its entirety or just check a quick synopsis of it online, then come back with all of your movie facts and your movie insights, and we are going to talk about it in the comment box below. If you have any recommendations of any classic Hollywood films, check out our recommendation form. As always, thank you so much to all of the subscribers and all of the viewers. Y'all make this so much fun. Please, everyone, stay safe and healthy out there, and I will see all of you in the next video. Bye, everybody.